Good morning, kindergarten, and it's Friday. Mrs. Huaco here for another story, and today is Friday, April 3rd. Um, yeah, and today is Friday, and tomorrow we've got the weekend, but we've got one more story to read today, and it is Madeline by Ludwig Bellams. And this is a classic, an oldie. You probably, I don't know, you might have already read this one. There's a lot of Madeline books, different adventures that she goes on. This is the first one. I have some of the other ones, so if you guys like them, I'll read more of them, okay? So it's in this silver thing here on the cover just means that the book is really special and that it's made, it was given an award for being such a neat book. It's the Caldecott honor book. And I've read a couple of them. Some of the covers you'll see this silver circle, and it just means it's a really good book. So I hope you like it. And so, Madeline, Stories and Pictures by Ludwig Bemelman. I can't even say it. Bemelmans. There we go. Ludwig Bemelmans. I hope that's right. All right, Madeline. And the pictures are really neat. In an old house in Paris that was covered with vines. Let's see if I can get this. Lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. In 2 straight lines, they broke their bread. They're having dinner. And brushed their teeth and went to bed. They smiled at the good and frowned at the bad, like the robber running away, policeman going after him. And what's also neat about his books, especially this one, are the illustrations. They're actually paintings that he does of different places in Paris. And sometimes they were very sad. They left the house at 9:30 in 2 straight lines. In rain or shine. That's the Notre Dame Cathedral. The smallest one was Madeline. She was not afraid of mice. She loved winter, snow and ice. To the tiger in the zoo, Madeline just said, "Poo-poo." I'll bring the pictures closer. And nobody knew so well how to frighten Miss Clavel. You see what Madeline is doing? Whoops. She's pretending she's going to jump off the bridge. Maybe she's trying to balance herself on the edge of the bridge. And look at Miss Clavel. Way over here. She's like, "No, don't do that. It's dangerous." In the middle of one night, Miss Clavel turned on her light and said, "Something is not right." Little Madeline sat in bed, cried and cried. Her eyes were red. There's Madeline crying, and she doesn't usually cry. And soon after Dr. Cone came, he rushed out to the phone. And he dialed Danton 106. "Nurse," he said, "it's an appendix." Everybody had to cry. Not a single eye was dry. Madeline was in his arm, in a blanket, safe and warm. What do you think is wrong with Madeline? They think it's an appendix. I don't know if you know what that means, but it's a part of your body that can get infected, and when it does, it has to come out. So it's a big deal. It requires surgery. In a car with a red light, they drove out into the night. Madeline woke up 2 hours later in a room with flowers. Oh, and that's the Eiffel Tower. That's also in Paris. Madeline soon ate and drank, and on her bed there was a crank. And a crack on the ceiling had a habit of sometimes looking like a rabbit. I don't know if you can see that. Outside were birds, trees, and sky, and so 10 days passed quickly by. I guess she was in the hospital for 10 days, getting better. One nice morning, Miss Clavel said, "Isn't this a fine day to visit Madeline?" And so look at, they got on a bus, they've got some flowers, and they're going to go see Madeline in the hospital. Visitors from 2 to 4 read a sign outside her door. Tiptoeing with solemn face, with some flowers and a vase. They had a good visitor. In they walked, and then said, "Ah," when they saw the toys and candy and the dollhouse from Papa. I guess being sick in the hospital doesn't look so bad to them. But the biggest surprise by far, on her stomach was a scar that she's showing them. Okay. Goodbye, they said, "we'll come again." And the little girls left in the rain. They went home and broke their bread, brushed their teeth, and went to bed. Look at Madeline's bed. Madeline's bed's still empty. And in the middle of the night, Miss Clavel turned on the light and said, "Something is not right." And afraid of a disaster, Miss Clavel ran fast and faster. And she said, "Please, children, do tell me what is troubling you." And all the little girls cried, "Boo hoo, we want to have our appendix out too." And what do you think that was? Probably because they saw all the toys and presents and stuff in Madeline's room. They thought getting surgery looked like fun. "Good night, little girls. Thank the Lord you are well. And now go to sleep," said Miss Clavel. And she turned out the light and closed the door. And that's all there is. There isn't any more. The end. So, that is Madeline. And I hope you liked it. It's kind of hard for me to flip the pages, but I think you saw it pretty well. Yeah. So what I'd like you to think about, so Madeline had to go in the hospital because she wasn't feeling well. Her appendix were about to burst, and so that means you need to have them taken out and have surgery. And so what I guess I'd like you to think about, if there's been a time where you didn't feel so great, you didn't feel well, whether you had a sore throat or a bellyache or a cut on your finger or a skin knee, what is it that makes you feel better when you're not feeling well? Okay? So, yeah, I'd like you to tell me what makes you feel better when you're not feeling well. Okay? And you can draw a picture of that. And then take a picture of your picture and post it so I can see it. And I've seen some of your work, your journal entries and your pictures, and they've been great. I love looking at them. So have fun with this, and it looks like another really nice day today. And I will see you again on Monday. All right? Take care. Miss you guys. Bye.